Hello and welcome to my video today. I have a new product in from Errons.net. It's a new way to keep the hood attached to the car. In previous video, I showed an alternate method where I used long bolts. This is a variation on that where you have the bolt and the tool is combined into one unit that is then installed in the two openings behind that service lid. So I'll show you how it works. Let's get started. So here is the shipping bag. I'm gonna open it up now. So here are the two items that are inside that bag. Let's open up this box right here. So these are the items that were inside that box. As you can see, this is a 3D printed handle with the metal bolt attached to it. This is the part that gets screwed into the opening on the hood. And then this handle here can be extended when you're installing or removing the bolt. And you can look here and see the indentations here that grips the bolt head. Seems to be a very solid 3D print here. These are mirror images of each other. Unfortunately, I don't see any labels here for left or right side, so I do wish that that was on the surface somewhere on here so that you could tell where these are located. So I'm going to have to read the instructions to see which one of these is left and which one of these is right. But otherwise, that's what they look like. And I am now going to go over to the car and show you how they work. But before I do that, let's see what's in this bag here. So we have a number of zip ties, and this is a second thing that's included with this set, so that you can use these zip ties to attach that service lid to the car itself. And it's another way of keeping track of that lid so that when you remove it, it doesn't get lost. So you pull off the lid with these attached, and you can just let it dangle down. And then you would use these zip ties to actually pull the lid off. So I'll show you that process. This is optional. You don't need to do this. In my emergency 2.0 video, I showed how to use a plastic trim tool to remove the service lid. I have one of those Velcroed to the inside window cowl area so I can always remove that lid. So this is just another way of doing that, and I'll show you how that works after I demonstrate these new bolts. Let's remove the service lid. I have my plastic pry bar for my kit. I usually do it in the corner, pull out a little bit, and the whole lid will come off. Then inside I have my tools for opening up the bolts. Here you can see the long bolt that I did in the previous video. So here are the two handles. I labeled this one for the left and this one for the right. If you notice, it'll fit into that opening right here when we're done. By the way, I want to give you the comparison of the long bolts that I used previously with the new one. And as you can see, the end of it is very similar. In fact, I think these are identical bolts for the most part. Before we start, make sure this is fully extended. Then I'm going to insert it into the opening and then start turning. All right, when it is fully tightened, you'll notice that the hood will not move. Then you're going to push in a little bit here on the handle. And you notice now that it will move around loose. So then you just insert it all the way so it fits into the cavity that's right here. Go like that and then push it all the way in. And now it's fully secured. If you notice how far this comes out, the bolt here will be practically touching that service lid so that if this somehow got loose, the bolt would not come out. It's stuck in there because of the service lid and the handle, so you can be pretty sure that this is not going to come out at any point. So let me do the same thing on the other side. Fully extend it, insert it into the opening, and then turn it, keep turning. So when it's fully tightened, you can push it in and then adjust the angle like so. And push it all the way in. If you notice that there is a groove around the edge here, so that allows you to grip it, to pull it out. So if I want to remove it, I would hold it like this and then just pull it outwards, fully extend it, and then just do the opposite to remove it. So you'll just go in a counterclockwise motion. And there we go. Let me show you how it goes in again. Make sure it's fully extended. Insert into the opening there. We'll turn in a clockwise direction. When fully tightened, you're going to push it in a little bit. And then you can see that it can rotate. And then push it in all the way, and we're good. Now you can see both of the hood bolts are inserted, and you could put your service lid back on. Now I'm going to show you how the zip ties work. I'm going to take two of the zip ties, and we're going to attach one on this corner here and one on this corner here. Those are going to be for the pulling that you can remove the service lid. So let me get those started now. Going to go through the opening right here. Then tighten it. And do the same thing on here. Go through the opening here. And zip tie it. Here's a close-up on the right side. and a close-up on the left side. Now we're going to attach some zip ties to this area here. So take one of the zip ties, insert it into the opening here, and we're going to have it come out like that. Just push it all the way through, and you'll see that it's now stuck in the opening. Do the same thing for the right side. Insert it like that, and now we're in the opening. At this point, I'm going to locate the service lid just below the bumper area here where the two zip ties are located. I'm going to get two more zip ties, leave them right there. For the left one, I'm going to route it underneath this opening right here. So I'm going to go like this. And it should come out the other side. Like that. Then we're going to take another zip tie right here and put it on. Here's a closer look at that second zip tie that I put on. Here was the existing one. I don't need to have this excess here, so I'm going to trim off this piece right here. And then I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to take, on the right side now, I'm going to take the zip tie and push it through the opening right here. There we go. And when I have enough of that, I'm now going to take the other zip tie and push it on. Like so. Then trim off the excess. So now you can see the service lid is hanging right in this area here. So you can do all your work, leave it in this position. It's not getting in the way and you won't forget about it. So when you're ready to put it back into position, just move these end pieces out of the way. Lift this up. Insert it into the opening. Press on the clips. For the zip ties on the end, you're going to push those up and then you're going to hide them underneath the headlight area here. So I'm going to push this all the way in now and then repeat that on the other side. Then we have the excess zip tie. We're just going to tuck under the headlight and push in. And there we go, it's all hidden. So when you want to remove the service lid, all you need to do is go and get those zip ties from the corner, pull them out, then like so, you just pull on this, and the service lid should come off like that. And there you go. So I'm going to put it back in the original position and then hide the zip tie under there. Well, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this video. This, I think, is a very good product. It's a handy way to access the under hood area and to make sure that those bolts don't fall out and you accidentally have the hood open up, which would be a disaster. The 3D printed handles allow you to insert and remove the bolts and to tighten them. Then you can fold them, hide them into the crevice. And the nice thing about the design is that the bolts can't fall out. So I think that's really important. And the additional zip tie system for holding on to the service lid while you work on the car, I think that's a pretty neat solution where it keeps it down by the bumper area and you don't forget to put it back on. I've had a number of situations where I've had the service lid over on the side of the garage and I forgot to put it on. That should help you remember to put the service lid back on. I have the link in the video description for the Errons.net website, and you can purchase your own if you wish. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.